How you doing?
It's all about the grapes today. Check out this Thompson. Actually, I have this in a pot. And Hardy Kiwi over there. The idea is I want to get some shade over here for my tropicals. I want it to grow all the way up this trellis and then grow over this area. I don't want to have to use, the shade cloths. I want things to work naturally. Got some blackberries over here. Got my guava over here. I don't know where these sunflower seeds. They just planted themselves all over my ground, or everywhere in my garden. But I'm expecting some blackberries this season, a thornless variety. But these grapes, like as you can see, this whole trellis, I want this to be filled out. That's the furthest that one's gone. I've had this over here for a couple years now at this point. I would have thought that it would have filled out more by now. I'll show you my other grapes that I just got not even a year ago in comparison, but these are in a pot. I've heard that they can do well in the pot, but maybe I didn't want it to be over vigorous, so I figured putting it in a pot, generally putting something in a pot is going to limit its size, and I didn't want these to be overly vigorous. And plus, I don't have grass everywhere, but this spot does have grass, or this has a little spot where these rocks are that I could actually plant this. Be sure to train grapes. I'm just gonna put this up here. But ultimately, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to take this out of the pot and put it in the ground. If I do that though, I don't know. Who's grown grapes in pots that you know of or that you've done? Growing things in ground is a bigger battery. It'll make a bigger plant. Alright, now it's a couple days later, a couple weeks later. But we have grapes. I mean, it's doing what it can do. It's just not as filled out. So, grapes are deciduous. I'll allow it to, like, look at all these grapes. There's a decent amount of grapes. What I'm gonna do is over winter probably cut this down and then start from scratch, plant it in the ground. What do you guys think? Who has experience in this? And I'm getting all this forward growth. I'm gonna have to cut some of this down, cut this out. I just want it to focus on growing up the trellis. It is slowly filling out. Maybe it'll fill out by end of summer. I don't know. If it does, then great. If not, then we're gonna have to make some changes. But I said it before, in my opinion, roots are a battery. The bigger the battery, the bigger the plant, the tree, which means it's going to make more leaves, more photosynthesis, bigger fruit, more fruit. Let's go check the other side. I mean, just look how much this is. It's like night and day. I haven't had this a year yet. These are red flame grapes, but this has got to be cleaned up. This isn't good for anybody. Grapes will be on the ground. Bugs will be eating those. Water will be staying on these leaves when I'm cleaning, as I'm spraying. We're inviting diseases. But it's super healthy. Look at these grapes. There's grapes everywhere. They're so clumped. So many grapes. It hurts to do this after it's already forming, but you also got to think about energy. Again, your roots are batteries. Your battery is gonna it can only produce so much energy, and it's like, where do you want that energy to grow? I don't want it to go down here where it's just being wasted. I want all this to be filled out. I want more grapes. I want more leaves. But I swear, overnight this thing is growing and it's just reaching into this gate. Like, I hope it doesn't strangle out this pomegranate. But are you guys seeing all the grapes on this guy? Like, I have to get a better view. It's a 6-month-old pomegranate, or I'm sorry, flame grape. I have it trellis. That trellis I made, growing all the way up through here. It should be able to dangle, hang down. I should be able to just pick grapes. And grapes are so good. Like, if you're in a desert climate and you're looking for something that can grow well, it's gonna be grapes. Grapes can take full sun. So this is my northern facing wall. The sun goes from east to west. So, yeah, so this is full sun. As summer progresses, it's gonna get more sun. Alright, let's get this cleaned up. Got my trusty shears. And this is what I use to sterilize the shears. You can use this or some sort of flame, some sort of heat, but get it nice and cleaned. I don't want to transfer any issues from other plants. Clean between. Alright, so this whole bottom's gotta go. Let's get started. All those wasted grapes! Ah! And the thing is, honestly, you don't want to waste this energy. This is mulch. This is compost. I want this energy to go back into my garden. This isn't going to go to waste. I try to conserve so much here. So I'll probably get my bigger shears and just snip this up to smaller pieces and then just put it over like the guavas or even here. But you got to keep up on your maintenance. Look at this. Grapes, it is just grabbing my gate. Look at this. And let me tell you, those tendrils are strong. Like, I wonder, maybe I need to extend this out. Just like, it sucks because I wanted to have a lot of space for my dogs, but I keep getting gardening stuff. It's addicting, but I love it. Maybe I can put something down and extend it to the sides more. Based on what they did to that gate, I'm hoping that they don't strangle out this pomegranate. I'm trying to see if I can confirm fruiting from a pomegranate in a pot. I was told that pomegranates don't do good in pots, but this is the Dessert-ney, I believe. And just like that, we have mulch. We're cleaned up. Look how much better this looks so far. I still want to get all of these forward-facing, going nowhere branches. I still want to have branches to cover the fruit, though. I'm gonna climb all the way up to the top, baby. And doesn't this just look cleaner? Not touching the ground, giving it some air. What happens is you're watering, water splashes, it gets on your leaves get fungus and diseases. You don't want that to happen. Look how big that's gotten. It still isn't that big though, for as much as that's putting out, that trunk. And so you know, I got this from Star Nursery if you're in Vegas. One of the only good nurseries we have here. Alright, let's get this cut up and move to its new location. While I'm here, you make sure you're doing your maintenance. Sure, grapes will grow on their own and do their own thing, but you want to make sure you're training your grapes. You want to make sure these are not going straight forward and grabbing onto things like gates and whatnot. So I want it to be in my trellis. These are super bendable. You can just tuck them in. This would be so much easier with two hands. And so I'm gonna have to come back and do some of these, but you're just threading them, pushing them through, pulling them out the other end. They'll get those little arms, these little tendrils, and then those will grab on. They do take a little bit of maintenance. I'll probably have to do a full care video on these. And if you're wondering, at this time, these were about, I think they were on sale for $25 for a 5-gallon of grapes when I purchased this. Not bad for as much as grapes cost. And they really don't take that much fertilization. In fact, if you looked at my older video, it's what the size is. I haven't fertilized this guy really at all. I just provided a good layer of mulch, some worm castings, mycorrhiza in the hole when planted, and this thing took off. I'm pretty sure Vegas' soil is alkaline. I amended it slightly. I have it on drip irrigation, so not a crazy amount of water. I do give it a deep watering once every Saturday, and have a schedule for my drip irrigation. So leave any comments below. We could always learn more, do all the things, but importantly, let's grow.